welcome to Two Tired Twats Comedy Podcast. I am Patty Rossborough, and I'm here with the lovely, the beautiful Carrie Karavis with 80 written on her tits. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
It means I'm just want to be back in the 80s. I don't know.
How
are you, Patty?
I'm lovely, and I'm very excited because we got a great guest who actually has credits. And the people we have are usually like...
That's not true. We've had a lot of very funny
people.
comedians.
We did have Dave Attell. We have had Kevin Brennan.
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of good
Then
ones.
we've had a few open micers, but they can be interesting, right? Anyway.
It's hard to get people in podcasts.
Kevin Farley on the show.
Hey, how are you,
Very
ladies?
Wait,
nice of you to have me.
We love you. Okay, here is, can I read some of your credits so that people can be impressed? Okay. F is for Family on Netflix. That is still on, correct?
Right, it just came out with a new season just the other day. On
And
November 30th, it came out with a season 3.
That's a Billy Burr show?
Bill Burr.
I haven't seen that.
I love
Oh,
Bill
it's great.
Burr.
You do.
Bill
I do
Burr.
love
It's
Bill
got
Burr.
Sam Rockwell, Laura Dern, Justin
All right.
Long.
Big name.
Wow.
Big names. Yeah, really big names. Who else? Joe Buck, you know. And it's a great show on Netflix, animated, and I just do a lot of the voiceover
It's
stuff. Yeah.
animated? It's an animated show.
It's an animated show, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's like almost, like I love that idea.
Oh, I
You
love
just roll out of bed and
Yeah.
just do a voice and get the hell out.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's probably the best job I've had in showbiz because you can go in your pajamas. I could do a lot of my stuff here in New York, and they just send it over. And I've never seen the cast. I've never really. Well, I know Bill. He's a friend of mine, but I haven't seen the rest of the cast.
How do you know him? From just doing stand-up? and
Years
stuff?
ago in L.A., you know,
yeah.
we actually Billy and I had an acting class together years ago.
You took
that's
an
where
acting
I first.
class together?
Yeah, that's where I first met him. Yeah.
I know. He's been
At
in a
Leslie
few movies
Kahn.
and stuff.
Oh,
What was that movie he was in? I can't even remember.
Bill?
Yeah.
don't
Oh, turn
know.
my mic up? Oh, tilt it up. Okay. I'm new here. Okay. You were in Joe Dirt,
I was in Joe Dirt. Yeah.
Waterboy,
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah. Those are all my connections with my brother. That's Sandler and
Wait a minute. This is not
So-
with your brother, though. Curb
Yeah.
Your Enthusiasm,
That's
the
right.
Rat Dog episode. Hilarious. I love that show, Curb
we
Your
just
Enthusiasm.
watched that.
Was that just
Yeah.
on recently?
No, I just redoing my glory days, and you know, I just turned it on. It's funny. I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh,
But
you say we. Michelle
Michelle,
is here, your
my
beautiful, cute girlfriend.
Of
Yeah.
5 years.
5 years? Really?
Uh-huh.
I was trying to read
Off and on.
what your
Off and on, off and on.
what's your story? What do you mean off and on? What
she adds
happened?
that- Off
She
and
adds
on.
off and on. Get her a mic, Adam. Get her the mic. Off and on. What does that mean?
I don't know.
You're on the road. You're on the road a lot. Maybe that's why.
No, it's just complicated. You know, ladies, it's relationships.
So
The women are
Relationship.
complicated.
I'm complicated, and the women are complicated. It's not easy dating a stand-up comedian. It's not easy.
no,
I'm
it's
on the
not.
road.
My husband
No.
hates me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. You're gone a lot. you know?
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Weekends are out. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no weekends.
There's no weddings. You can't go to people's weddings. I've
No.
missed so many freaking weddings.
Yeah.
I love that I can't do things because I don't like going to parties and I don't like to be around. I don't really like to be around people. Carrie knows that,
Why
right?
don't you explain it? No. You don't want to be on?
Michelle, get on the mic.
So
Oh, okay.
Michelle, you're in. What do you do again? You're a writer, a director, and a producer.
Yes.
And is it always? Yes. She's suddenly Marilyn Monroe. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. And what's you have anything on Broadway?
I met
right now?
Kevin through I cast him, and he was in my musical. That's how we met.
Oh, that's how you met.
That's how I met him. Yeah.
And then were you like, hey, if you do the right things?
Then I just then I me too'd him.
You what?
I me too'd
she
him.
me too.
You me too'd him.
She Weinsteined him.
Yeah.
Did you Weinstein him?
She potted
I
planted
did.
him.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Potted planted.
Very nice. And so then, and that was 5 years ago.
Yes. Well, actually, yes. Well, I cast him 5 years ago. Right. Exactly. The show was a long time ago, Kevin.
What?
It's been a long time. Yeah.
But you're both show busy people. Would that work out?
I think it does.
It's better actually. Oh
It
yeah.
is?
It does.
Oh yeah. I'd like to see who can put up with him. It's not in the showbiz, or vice versa.
No.
We're too weird. All of us are too weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
Regular people cannot.
No, we're too
They
weird.
don't understand it.
No.
I mean, I'm weird for sure. He's
Me
weird.
too.
I don't know.
Me too.
My
Regular.
my fiance is like normal, and I'm really weird, and I always feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I just feel like, he could have done better. I really think that.
15 years.
Oh, see? So there you go.
Okay.
15 years.
Okay.
yeah.
She still thinks
He's
it's going
afraid.
to happen.
He's afraid to lock down with me.
She still thinks it's happening.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
made him give me
yeah.
the ring with Lynn like 6 months.
Did you have it appraised? Do you even know if it's real?
I did because I actually turned in the first ring.
You've
And
been
then got a
engaged
second.
for 15 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even he's shocked.
Yeah, I know. Even a guy
Like,
can't
that's
support
nuts.
it. Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, but I mean, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But I have to.
I
Well,
don't feel so bad.
well, he had a terrible marriage. His wife is in a cult in Yogaville, and I married a gay guy, so we're not necessarily like going, "Hey, let's make this shit happen right
Yeah,
away,"
yeah.
because it's a lot of mistakes.
Anyway,
That's funny.
back to Kevin.
Okay, let's talk about
Back
Kevin.
to
Wait a
Kevin.
minute. And with Billy Ray Cyrus,
Yeah.
what's that guy like?
He's great. I
What,
like Billy Ray.
what's that show you did with him?
It was called Still
King
the
of the
King.
something? Oh,
Still,
Still
the
the
King.
King.
Yeah, and we shot that in Nashville, I guess, last year, maybe a year and a half ago. And it was funny. It was about him as an Elvis impersonator, kind of a one-hit wonder guy that hit the skids, and so he became a Elvis impersonator. And so it was really funny, and I had a blast shooting that. That was fun. And
Who
was
were you
great
in that?
there.
Who-
I was Billy's. He was a parole officer because he got into a lot of trouble, and then I was a lonely guy that wanted to hang out with him all the time. So I was his parole officer. I was in a lot of the episodes, just trying to keep him in line, and but also wanted to hang out with him.
I always thought he was kind of odd. Remember when he came out with the Achy Breaky Heart song? I thought he was
Yeah.
oddly sexy in a weird way.
Yeah.
Even with the mullet, I was like, I know that hair is weird, but I used to find him,
Sexy.
Sure.
attractive. He had that big
Yeah.
lumbering way of
Yeah,
dancing.
I thought he was
Yeah.
hot too.
I thought he was pretty
Did
cute.
you? Yeah, he's a great guy. I mean, he's awesome.
And then you were known for then you did the to get her or together.
Together. It was a boy band spoof on MTV. We were trying to make fun of all the boy band things that were happening at the time, and so MTV actually put together actors that were fitting the same prototypes as the boy bands that were out there. And they always have the same kind of prototype or archetype guys, which are, the bad boy, the little brother type, and the heartthrob guy, and then I was the older brother type. There's always an older boy band member, and so that's what my part was. I was 36 at the time, and
Well, that's the thing that's so weird. I watched the video of it. It's so funny, and it's all these like pretty young boys, you know. And he's the sexy one, and he's the nice one. And then they show you, and you're like this guy who looks like 20 years older than everybody else. And you're wearing they're all kind of wearing little tight outfits, and you
Yeah.
have some weird hat on, and then you're like older brother or
Yeah.
older guy or
That's
whatever.
I was the older brother.
The creepy guy.
Yeah, in the story, yeah. My little brother got into the band, and then I finagled my way in, and I go, well, if you're going to get my little brother, you got to take me, because I'm his manager. And so that's how I got into the band. But we had an MTV, we opened for Britney Spears a couple
That's
times.
what I read.
Yeah.
What was she like?
We never met her.
Before
Oh, you never
the-
met her?
We never met her. In fact,
Before
the
the
funny
shaved
story
head?
is we
Before
were
the
driving.
breakdown?
We thought we were going to open for her. We're driving in the parking lot, and we see a bunch of hay bales. And I go,
Hay bales?
"Is that a stage?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's a stage." I go, "Well, who's performing there?" And my manager goes, "You guys." So we ended up in the parking lot. That was our opening up for her. We ended up in the parking lot on a bunch of hay bales with mics that didn't work. So
So
wasn't great.
so you did that, and then all of a sudden Britney Spears shows up, and you don't even get
Well,
to
it
meet
was
her?
at
you
her
didn't meet her.
venue. That was
Right.
it. We were told that we were going to open for her on the stage, but it was in the parking lot, and we never met her.
Oh, so you didn't even really?
They weren't even allowed near her.
Oh, you weren't even
No.
in the venue. You're outside the
Yeah.
parking
They were in
lot.
the parking
Yeah.
lot.
Oh my God, that is so disrespectful. that is so.
Welcome
hating.
to showbiz.
Wow, was
Yeah.
that her, during her crazy period when she was insane?
No, it was right before that. She was still going good, but it was in the height of all the boy band stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You never had one of those moments where you wanted to shave your head and go crazy?
And put my umbrella through a window.
I go through that every
Yeah.
day. I'm debating whether I should shave my head.
I like that, Brittany. She was fun.
Yeah.
The one that went
the
nuts.
crazy one.
Yeah, that was-
Yeah.
Showing her crotch everywhere.
Yeah,
And then they're
God.
taking her out in
Whoa,
a
hello.
in
Yeah.
a stretcher that
Yeah.
she was out of her mind. She was the good virgin
Yeah.
until she wasn't. And then she just went
Just like Miley Cyrus. She was
Yeah, that's right.
Same
She
thing.
was the
little,
That's right.
Nickelodeon girl, and then she went off. She's naked on a
Right.
wrecking ball.
then she's
Yeah.
grinding up on whatever
They
that
seem
guy.
to always do
To
that, don't they?
Kevin Federline.
Oh my
That
God,
was the
that
guy
was
that
her.
he tipped her over, right?
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
did.
God, he was
Federline
he
married
ruined
her.
her.
Yeah.
And
He ruined her.
Something
He's-
really bad
he's
in
sitting
his
pretty.
sperm.
He's taking her money now. He doesn't
Is
have
he?
a job.
Yeah.
I'm sure the
No.
father paid him off. Like, take a
No,
walk.
Yeah.
he's got like some sick salary that he gets a month.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
guy doesn't deserve that.
Oh
What
yeah, he
kind of
does.
why?
No, I don't know.
I don't
Is
think
it-
so. Well,
Poor guy?
He's watching the kids. Is that what it is?
He's a father, and he doesn't have any money, so he's got to
guess,
take
I
her money.
guess,
I
you
guess
know.
so. He's living off Brittany, which is
He was the hot dancer on her dance team, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
he's with her for about 6 months, and he just all of a sudden they're showing him with no shirt, and he just blew up into this.
Yeah, he got fat.
He's
didn't
like,
he?
who gives a fuck now? I don't
He
have to
doesn't
dance
care.
and
He's
starve
got
myself.
millions. He's making like millions a month.
I know,
Whatever.
exactly.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
grew up. How many siblings are you?
Well, there's 5 Farleys, so it's
Oh.
there's 4 boys and 1 girl. That's where I grew up. Yeah, in Madison, Wisconsin.
And you're the oldest, the youngest.
I'm the middle.
You're the
lower,
Jan Brady.
lower middle. Yeah, Chris was middle, and then I was lower than him.
And we have to say that if people are just listening, like we do one on YouTube where they can see, but you look, I mean, exactly like your
exactly like
brother.
I don't know if I look like it. Well, you don't think I look like it.
You don't
we
think
always.
Well, I never
At
met
all?
Chris. I never met Chris. So, in all fairness, just from his TV shows or to his movies, and from you do resemble each
I
other.
resemble him. Yeah.
Oh, but you don't think so?
I see it.
Well, when I saw you on Curb Your Enthusiasm, I didn't know you. I go, oh my God, it's got to be Chris's brother. Like I didn't know who you were. When I saw you on that, I go, that's got to be his brother.
Yeah.
Because you look. You know what? Maybe it's not just the face. It's sort of how you walk or how you hold yourself or whatever.
We have a similar gait.
Are
Yeah.
you? Well, I guess they compare you to him all the time.
Oh
right,
yeah,
people?
yeah. You know, not as much anymore, but yeah. I mean, as the years go by, it's nice that people still remember him. You know, it was 20 years ago.
He's
so-
great.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah,
Oh God,
It was
so-
great.
So fucking funny.
Growing up, were you both? Are there any other comedians or any other funny Farleys?
Yeah, I got a little brother, John, that's an actor, comedian. He does a lot of commercial work, and he lives in Pasadena.
So you were all
He's a-
like into the.
Yeah, well, the guys that were me, Chris, and John got into acting, and then my sister is a. She's
Your
a
sister's
nanny
gay?
right
Did you
now.
say?
No,
I slipped that in. That's gay.
No,
She's gay.
she's a-
What?
No, she is a nanny, and then my other brother's in marketing, I guess. Something
Okay,
like
so
that,
that's
yeah.
good.
But you were so your dad did asphalt.
Yeah.
He owned asphalt.
Yeah,
or
he
sold
owned
asphalt.
he owned the Scotch Oil Company, which my
that's some
grandpa
cash.
started. Right,
Cash.
Scotch.
You grew up rich.
Well, no, we didn't do too bad. But as I get out here to New York, we weren't rich compared to a lot of people,
Right.
but we did pretty good. Yeah, Dad did pretty good. Yeah,
He
he
provided
sold-
for the 5.
Oh yeah. We all went to he wanted to go to Catholic private schools, so he sent us all to
Catholic school.
private schools.
Ugh,
Yeah.
how was that? Are you religious?
I am. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
I'm
sorry.
Catholic.
Oops, whoops. No, I went to Catholic, whatever that thing is, on Wednesdays. The public school kids would go on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And those nuns were so
They were
fucking
mean, yeah.
mean. I mean,
Mean.
it turned me around.
Yeah, they were
Baby
mean.
round. I
Yeah,
was just
we had
like,
a couple nuns that were pretty mean. Yeah.
Slap the shit out of you.
oh, they'd say horrible things.
I got erasers thrown at me and that kind
Really?
of thing.
You
a couple
did?
times, yeah.
Did they ever hit you?
No.
With the
I never got
ruler?
hit, but they just tossed. I was a daydreamer. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I like to daydream, and so they would throw, racers at me.
Did you do well in school?
I did all right. Maybe B's, A's, B's.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a
Now,
D
that's
in music.
good.
Yeah.
But so then you sold asphalt.
I
for your
did.
so you go to high school, you go to college, you
Yeah.
graduate 4 years,
Yeah.
and then you're
Marquette.
like, I'm going to go into my dad's business and sell asphalt.
Yeah, I couldn't get a job. I don't know. I interviewed with Ernest and Julio Gallo, the wine
Yeah,
company.
yeah, with the twist top, right?
Yeah, and I didn't get that job. And then I thought, well,
What was that for sales?
Yeah, but wouldn't your father want you guys to take over the family biz?
Well, it was weird because the asphalt business wasn't really his particular thing that he was doing. Wasn't going to be around much any long, and it was kind of just really it's boring. You're selling asphalt. I tell a joke on stage. I go, it's not too hard to sell asphalt because you either want it or you don't.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, is there a way
Yeah, right.
to
How do you charm somebody into
Yeah,
buying it?
exactly.
yeah, you have to close the deal, but there's
Yeah.
real no closer because it's like,
No.
yeah, we have potholes.
You either want it or you don't.
Is
Right.
it were you like doing people's driveways, or you mean you're doing like
No, we're
roads
doing
and
roads.
highways?
Yeah, like country roads. Like county.
Oh, this
county
is a lot
trunk.
of cash.
Hey.
You grew up rich then.
Yeah, I would say we were pretty wealthy. We were okay. Dad did pretty good. Yeah.
And your dad's alive
Yeah,
still?
you
or no?
weren't getting any government cheese.
No. Dad did pretty good.
Dad alive? Mom alive?
No, Dad passed away 99, and Mom's still hanging in. She's
That's great.
83. Yeah.
That's great.
So
She
but
likes what you do?
she's
comedy?
okay. I don't think she cares. I think she's had
Well,
enough.
she has
of,
to be proud. She
is.
She was proud.
I just don't think she gets involved with it too much. I think she'd had enough with Chris and that kind of thing. She
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sort of oh, that's nice. I go, hey, Mom, I'm on a TV show. And she, oh, that's nice. That's good. Okay.
Does she watch them, or is she involved?
I think she not really know. I mean, I don't know. Sort
Did
of
you
just
ever
likes her own programs.
Did you ever get to do anything?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
My
She
mother
watches
never
the
came.
Golden Girls.
My mother never came to my
My
shows.
mother never did
she came
either.
to one show.
Yeah,
I've been doing
yeah.
comedy like 30 years. She came to one show and
Yeah,
was
I
like,
just
I
don't
don't know
think
why you
they
did
don't-
that joke.
They don't really care.
Yeah.
I think as they get older, they're just like,
Did you ever do anything with your brother?
Chris. Yeah, well, those movies, Tommy Boy is in there. He put me in there for a little bit, and then Black Sheep, and then
Ninja. Were you
Ninja.
in? Yeah.
and I wrote a little bit of Ninja. He and I and John wrote a little bit, some of that movie we wrote, and then he put us in that one too. So I got to work with him there a little bit.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
I did
Because
some
there's a
live
lot
shows.
of siblings that are in the business, like Kevin
Yeah.
James and Gary Valentine are brothers.
They're brothers, yeah. And the Rocks, I think Tony Rock and
Yeah,
Chris
Chris.
Rock.
But I
and-
don't think they're as close to Chris as were you close to your brother? Like, were
Yeah.
you guys close?
Yeah. we
Are
were
all
pretty
you guys
close.
close, or just because you two went into the same business?
No, we're pretty close. All of us are pretty close. Yeah.
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 Well, the family seems very religious. Like,
We're
when
Catholic,
we're
yeah.
Catholic, and, when you have religion and you have a family tight like that, and your father's home and not drinking and
Well, he drank, but he was
They're
home.
Irish, Carrie. Come
He
on.
was
Oh, yeah,
Irish,
that's
yeah.
true, that's
But
true.
he
but he
Right,
provided.
I mean, I think he
So
provided,
he had
yeah.
a foundation that was solid.
Yeah, pretty solid. I mean, obviously there was a lot of going on in there, but we ultimately don't, not talk to one another. We always talk to each other, and it's not like we don't fight, but yeah, we talk to each other.
Was it always like?
Patty thinks that to be a comedian, you have to have some sort of weird, dark
I do.
past,
I
do.
messed up.
I do. I
childhood.
agree.
I think
I agree with
don't-
myself.
I'm not really sure about there's a lot of theories on that, but I would say that you have to be sort of. It's kind of nuts to go up on stage and tell jokes, and so just the desire to do that. It's probably like we always have this conversation,
You
and
and
it's
Michelle?
basically Michelle. Yeah, it's like why do you because I think I need affection. I need attention.
Well, you know what? It's
And
five.
She's
I
nodding
think
right
I
now.
need $100.
It's like, but it's like 5 kids.
Starving.
Maybe you did need attention, so you're
Right.
like, Mom's busy
right.
with 5 fucking kids.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of attention, so I needed on stage, and somebody put a camera on me, and I got to do my dances. I don't know what it is. My psychologist will tell you about that, but
You're
could,
very
she could
fun-
probably tell you a lot more than I could.
You're very funny. I saw your bit on gambling because I'm a gambler.
Yeah.
She's a degenerate gambler.
Oh,
How much
yeah?
do you think you've lost
All
in your
right, my
life?
husband's watching.
Yeah. You like to gamble. What do you play?
I do. Well, I used to. I do a lot of jokes about gambling. I play slot machines because it's easy.
Oh yeah, it's
There's
easy,
no-
Slots are a sucker's
There's no,
game.
but
Let's
there's
be
no
honest.
pressure
but it's
because,
great when you win.
like, if you play blackjack, you have to know how to count, and I don't. So
Yeah.
if, I know what 10 and 1 and
You don't know how to count.
10 and 1 is an 11. But if you give an 8 and a 6 at me, I'm like, well,
God.
8 and 6. What is it? What
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it?
Eight
You know,
and
You gotta
six?
have to be good at math
I'm not good
on
at
your
math.
feet.
Sure.
on my feet.
You
so
You're not great at that.
Are you a good
Nah.
gambler? What do you get? What do you get?
I'll play blackjack, but I'll get bored at it. But then I'll go to either craps or then I'll go to the slots.
How much will you lose? How much will you lose in a night?
Oh, I'm not great because I'm cheap.
Oh, you don't
She'll
like
tell
go
you that,
thousands
too.
down or anything?
No, I'm pretty
Yeah,
cheap.
Nick, see-
I'm extremely cheap, so I don't like to lose too much. No.
I'm cheap too when it comes to losing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm cheap at. But I would end up selling my coat, like
Yeah,
her
Carrie's-
coat. I'd be
Carrie's
like,
crazy.
okay, give me $100 for this because I
Yeah.
have to get back in
And
there.
whoever
like,
she-
that's how crazy I am. when
Whoever
it
she
comes to
goes
gambling.
with, like, don't bring money with you because she'll go,
I'll
give me
choke
the
you.
100, give me the
that.
200.
and I'll get you back.
When,
yeah.
I would play Vegas, I did a lot of Vegas rooms, and
Yeah.
I would have to save like $2,000 to
Yeah.
just go for that week. And then now I couldn't even do $2,000. I need a lot more than $2,000 for a
Oh, yeah.
whole 8 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Holy mackerel!
I'm
now,
crazy.
if you're killing it on the slot machine, like I'm sure that you've killed it. Then what's
How
the
much
most you've
have you-
ever
yeah.
won?
the most I've ever won,
Yeah.
$4,000.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
a
but-
big deal.
But how
a
much did
great
you
one.
lose that night before you won the $4,000?
No, actually, I was doing the Borgata. The show just ended. My husband goes to me, when the show's over, get your ass up to the room. And I go, all right, I'll
Hey,
be
take it
there.
easy, I'll be there.
I'll be there. And it was, and I
Take it
go
easy.
into the high rollers, and
Yeah.
I put $100 in, and I lose it, and I put another $100 in, and on the third spin,
you
I
went
hit
to-
for 4,000.
Wow. So you went to that high roller stage?
Yeah, I don't play this penny shit.
Wow.
See, my fiance plays the.
That's the real deal.
the what are those things called? The Daily Number and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I go to him. How much money you spend on all this every day? He goes, I got how much have you won at this? He goes, I've won $5 grand at this. Whatever. I go, how much have you lost? He goes, about 10 grand. And I go, well, how? He goes, how is that good? He goes, well, all I need is one more hit and I'm back on top.
Yeah.
But that's how you have to think as a gambler.
That's right.
You think the next one
Yeah.
is going to triple your money. Like, it's such a sick way
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
thinking.
but there are people that win like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Didn't J Lo's mother win $1 million?
Really?
How would you even know that, Carrie? Carrie is so into gambling. She knows
Yeah.
what J-Lo's mother won.
She was at a casino.
But $1 million would be outstanding. I mean, I would just
I think
quit everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I could live
exactly.
off the $1 million for
Yeah.
a long time.
I couldn't.
My fiance's father, when his sister went to the hospital, the ambulance came up, and he took the number off the ambulance and
That's
played that
great.
number.
Oh,
As his
nice.
sister
Did he
was
play
going to
the time of her
hospital.
death?
No, she's
Do you ever get into horses? I like
still alive.
horses.
No, I don't know how to
Oh,
do
I
it.
play on horses a lot too.
Oh, that's
I'll
then
do.
you- there's the-
That's fun.
you
the
got to know shit
Mohegan.
though.
The Mohegan Sun, if you ever do you ever
They have
play
horses up there?
there? Not the
I didn't
one
know
in Connecticut. The one in Pennsylvania has a whole entire racetrack.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
When you do that room.
Yeah, I will do that. I love my TVG app, and I have an app that I bet on that.
What do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. You got
I
it
don't
in
know
your
how to
hand.
do it.
But I only do like $100 or something like that.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't go any more than that. No.
I
But
see. Yeah.
when it comes in, it's exciting. You watch the horse go around, and then it comes in. You said it was exciting. Michelle liked it.
Michelle, do you gamble too or no? Nothing.
She hates it. No.
You're gambling
Yeah, I
on
hate
love.
it too. I
You're
don't.
gambling on love.
Yes. She's gambling in this relationship.
So wait a minute. Okay, so you have a relationship. Am I allowed to talk about your relationship? So
Yeah.
what's going on? You're gonna get married? You're not? You've been married, right? You were married once.
That's your question.
I was. She was married, and I was married.
Oh, you
once.
both were married.
Do you have
Yeah.
children?
No, she's got 2 kids.
And do you think the first marriage went kaput because you were on the road all the time? Or?
It wasn't great. I mean, I wasn't even young. I was like 38. But
That's not young at all.
I want to say that I was young, but I'm
In
like,
dog
well,
years. No.
Yeah,
no.
38.
I'd like to blame her, but no. I mean, I didn't cheat or anything like that. So
Well, that's nice.
it was just not a good fit.
That's good to
know.
say in front of Michelle.
No, I
I
didn't do that.
cheat or anything.
Well, I didn't do anything bad. I didn't do anything bad. It just wasn't a great fit. Just wasn't a good
How
You
long you
weren't
married?
ready. You weren't ready.
How long you married?
Yeah, I was
I
married
think
2 years. So that's about it.
That's it?
2.5.
That doesn't
maybe.
count.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
had an
it.
annulment and all that. So
And Michelle,
You
what's
want to
your-
have? Do you want to get married?
she doesn't
What's
talk
that?
about it.
Oh, you don't want to
I
talk
was
about
married for 18 years.
18 years?
See, I wouldn't do it again.
You
if
have
I-
kids?
I do. My daughter's 20 and my son is.
Talking to the mic. Was
Oh,
beginning.
20-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old
Oh, you
son.
do? Oh, you got kids? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're done.
So
I don't. No, I'm not actually.
Oh,
you're
you're
not done.
Probably not.
You want to do more kids?
Well, he
kids.
just
I thought
Yeah,
you
that's
yeah, he
what
just
I'm
sat
probably
up when you said
I'll
you're not
probably
done.
get
He's like,
married
wait,
again.
what?
Hey.
No, I'll probably get married. Oh, done that way, yeah.
Then with the babies,
But
with
I'll-
the babies.
Probably, yeah.
So you want to
It might
get
be a
married
horror show
again?
if I get
You want to
married.
get married again?
I probably will, yeah.
What do you mean? You probably will.
I don't know. I think I will in my future, probably.
I hope
Well,
so.
you're with
because you're
this guy.
adorable. But you know what,
This
Patty's
is very elusive. I'm not sure what I'm hearing here.
Patty.
One day, someday, I don't understand it.
Hey, ask him. It's all.
Would you ever get married again or no?
I'm open to it. Yeah,
Patty's a real bitch, isn't she?
yeah.
Why
But it's
am
like
I a
you.
bitch? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being
No,
too pushy?
no.
Oh.
No.
She's
I'm just
grilling.
sorry. I'm just trying to figure this
Hold on.
out.
She's grilling, but yet she's been fucking engaged.
Yeah,
for
I know,
15
I know
right?
it's true.
What the fuck?
I think I'm living vicariously through
Yeah.
you two. I'm hoping to get you two to get married so that
Well,
at
they're
least some.
only together 5 years. They'll
I
call
like
you.
when people get married too. I'm the same as you.
It's very romantic, right?
I
It's
like it.
romantic.
I
I
wouldn't
like
do
it
it
too.
again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it again.
But you're
Not
married
in-
now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it again.
How long you been married?
10. How old's my son?
12.
Yeah.
13 years.
Yeah, and you wouldn't do it if it went south. You wouldn't do it again.
You'd be surprised.
And I wouldn't have. Well, I can't have another
No,
kid.
but I'm saying
50.
you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, you want to be
Yeah.
alone the rest of your life? I want
Yeah, I
somebody.
wouldn't
No.
be alone.
No. You'll be surprised.
You want to go to the hospital by yourself? You got to have
Yeah,
a guy
that's right.
drive you to the hospital.
She's right.
Hospital.
I have a lot of.
What
I
are
have
you
a
going to
lot
the
of.
Why
hospital?
can't you do that when you go out? With somebody?
Call an ambulance.
Because a guy who goes out with you is not going to drive you to the hospital,
It's not
wait
the
at the
same.
hospital, pick you up from the. You know what I mean?
All right.
You don't
I-
think so?
Adam,
Not the
come on.
same.
Here's
Why
what I,
not?
here's,
Go ahead, Adam. has something to say.
You think just because there's not an actual commitment or a
Yes,
ring or a
I
piece
do.
of paper, he's just gonna go like get
Yes.
an Uber?
Yes, go
can
in an
I-
Uber.
Here's what I want
Come
to say
on.
to that.
Seriously.
I took medication that made my heart speed
Okay.
up to like 5. So I go to my husband. I think I'm having a heart attack, and he didn't even fucking wake up. I drove myself to the
Well,
hospital.
okay, so there we
That's
go.
a real
There we go.
And he's
There we go.
fucking married to me.
All right,
So he
okay.
didn't get up and wait. What?
Still
He's a jerk.
different.
So if you
Not
were,
different. She had to drive herself to the
he was
hospital.
I
If something
did.
was wrong, he'd be there. You know it's
Yes,
the other night she was
just look
sick,
at her. It's
and I
different.
drove you to the hospital.
wait,
I
you were
walked
sick the other night? What happened?
She just had a black cold, but it was
Terrible.
bad.
A
It was
black cold?
cough.
What's a black cold?
A bad.
Oh, a bad. I'm
She
thinking
was
black cold.
coughing.
Is that like the black
Black
lung?
lung?
What's
I
a
know.
black cold?
She was coughing, and
And you
I
took her to
just
the
walked
hospital?
Well,
her
that's
to-
nice. My husband, I had kidney pains. He didn't fucking take me to the hospital. I drove myself again.
See?
My husband's an ass.
No.
He's
not.
he's not an ass. He's actually nice, but
See?
maybe you're difficult. Look at her face. That could be because he's actually kind of.
Well,
a
at
sweet guy.
least he married me.
That's true. He did marry you when you were
Yeah,
pregnant,
right,
though.
At least he married you.
Carrie was pregnant with a stomach walking down the aisle when he married her.
I really wanted to get married because of the pension.
What does he do?
He works at
He
a
works for the
train
railroad.
station.
Okay, he's got a good
That's a good
pension.
job.
Yeah, it is.
That's fine.
Great
He's probably
medical.
Very sexy.
He's
No.
cute. He's Greek. You think he's hairy though?
Yeah,
He's hairy.
yeah.
I think he's very cute. If you
He
saw him, he's
was
a cute Greek guy.
gorgeous before I met him. Like
What do you mean before you met him?
Before.
when he was younger, he was like really good looking. He had all this hair
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
head. And then I met him. I was in my desperate stage at 40.
Yeah.
And I was glazed over. I wasn't even thinking. I was like, okay, I'll take him because I wanted to have the babies. So, and then I didn't even notice that fucking hairy gene that he had carrying on him. He was completely covered
That's a
up.
prerequisite for me.
You like hair?
If there's no hair, there's no deal.
Okay, gross. My
I
daughter.
think it's gay with no hair.
Must
I
be
just-
hairy. Hairier the better.
No.
Back, ass, everywhere.
Okay, then you would love
Wait a
my
minute. Hold
husband.
on. Ass. Hold on. Do the Farleys have ass hair? Is this what you
No, I don't have ass hair.
Well, you got a lot of hair on your face.
I
so
got hair on my
I'm
face. I
assuming
don't-
the hair goes all the way
No.
down
He
to
has
your
no
head.
hair.
Anyway, he doesn't, but I'm
doesn't
saying
have
I
hair
don't
on
mind
his
it.
No,
Yeah.
he's not hairy. Yeah, but when you pop out a baby, when you pop out a baby girl, and
Yes.
she's covered in a sheet of black
This
fur.
is her daughter. Her daughter was hairy.
Yesterday, I went to the.
Your daughter was hairy?
She's Greek. She's Greek. That's what the Greek babies have.
I wanted to.
They're like monkeys.
I wanted to kill him, and
I
so
wanted to kill him when you saw your baby. It was
he's
hairy.
always seeing the credit card bills, and he's like, "You're being wax center again." I'm like, "That's your fault, pal."
She's only 11 and she's being waxed,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
12.
Al.
Wow.
Now, are you a hairy woman or
No.
you just like hairy men? But
I'm
you
not.
are
I'm
hairless.
actually not. No. In fact, it's really surprising. My arms really.
No, she's
Yeah,
not
that is
hairy.
a- are you
What's your
Irish?
nationality?
I'm half Spanish, half German.
Oh, Spanish. I would think you'd be a little
Like-
hairy.
No,
No,
but
I'm
the
not.
German part is probably.
Also, it's European Spain, so it's a little different.
yeah.
Oh, well, I will tell you this. I was hairy my whole life. The arms, I had the black hair on
Yeah.
with the white skin. Hairy.
Big
Had to-
bush.
Always. I had to trim. I had to rip off.
That's also good too.
I did all that. But now that I'm old, it all fucking falls out. I don't have to do anything. I
Yeah.
barely I shave my legs like once a week.
Well,
Yeah.
let's ask Kevin. What do you think?
Maybe that's why he's not married.
Maybe she should be wearing her glasses.
And the hair, you know, when you have like, I used to have a mustache when
I never had any of that, and I'm Greek.
nothing. It all falls out. You have no underarm hair. It's beautiful. I'm like a hairless baby now.
oh, really?
That's what happens when you get old.
Good.
So
Oh, that's
it's all-
good.
That's what you have to look forward to.
That's good. I mean, it's better. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Save money on Nair.
Do you?
Nair. That's so 70s.
There is.
Who uses Nair?
Did you ever see
Nair.
the Mel Nair?
Is
It's
it still around?
stinks.
No, it's like dangerous.
Can I
It's
tell
like
you
eating
something?
Nair
plastic.
is?
My,
Yes.
my
It's
daughter
like a
used
chemical.
Nair
Yeah.
on her mustache,
Oh, that's dangerous.
and it stinks, and it burned the shit,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
It
the
did?
top layer of skin off.
No
her.
kidding.
Yeah.
not good.
Battery
I
acid.
thought everybody used Nair.
Yeah, in 1978.
Well, I don't know.
Leah Krinsky, who's a comic, had this joke that she used to do. She goes, because she had a mustache, and she goes, "Oh, I'm Jewish. I got a lot of hair. I got a mustache." She goes, "So I nared my mustache, and instead of it making me look like I had no mustache, I looked like Nick Nolte." And because Nick Nolte had that big, those
Yeah.
70 mustaches.
Yeah.
Anyway, I always remember that
That
joke.
is funny.
But it's a dated joke.
funny.
So
So
yeah.
hair is important.
Yeah. Is anyone asking any questions?
No, they're just all saying hi. Dave Chippy Chaffy's saying hi. My friend Craig saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. To
Beautiful.
you, to everybody.
So wait a minute. So are you friends with the guys who your brother was friends with? Do you
Yeah.
get those? Like, in other words, Dave
Adam
Spade?
Spade's a good friend of mine.
Who else?
I play golf with Dave.
You do?
Yeah. all the
Now,
time.
what's the deal with him getting all the hot girls? Let's be honest. He's kind of like a little like a little skinny guy, maybe not like.
Yeah, but
you know, what's up
he's
with the
always
girls
kind of
liking
been that
him?
way. Well, he's funny, you know.
He's
Yeah.
rich, you
Funny, and
asshole. He's rich.
And he's rich.
He's rich.
And he's got a, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he's cute, though. I think David
He's very
Spade,
boyish. He's like
but
a
I
boy.
think David Spade is cute. I think he's cute.
You think
I
he's
haven't-
I know.
he
She's
never
brutal.
listens.
She's
He
brutal.
never listens. He never listens. That's why I could talk freely.
My
He
fiance
talks
does
really-
listen, so I have to.
I know he's always commenting on everything I say.
She's always telling to marry me.
So Adam is your friend too?
Sandler, yeah.
He's such a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Uh,
Really nice
His
guy.
nephew is a comedian.
He
now.
did our
Yeah.
show.
Jared.
Jared, he
Do you
does
know
his
Jared?
work. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saw him here the other
I
day.
saw you sitting
Yeah.
with him one day. Oh,
Yeah.
for the what you
Well, the
call it?
Sandler,
Yeah, the Sandler thing.
the
the Netflix special.
Were you here that night?
Oh, we were doing a podcast and we saw you sitting over there.
Yeah.
And we're like, we got to get him on our podcast.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
And it was great. It was because he did a nice tribute to Chris in the.
I haven't seen
Sandler.
it yet. I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
it's a nice song. He did a great song about Chris and.
Oh, he
in the
did?
thing. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was cool.
And what was the song? Like, what do you mean? What was it about?
It was just a tribute song about how he met him and how they were good friends. And then we gave him a lot of family photos and he put it up on the stage. And it's just a great song. If you go on his thing,
I'm gonna look for it.
you can see it. It's excellent. And
Well, Adam has always been talented with the songs that he wrote. that he
yeah,
writes,
and that, he does a whole special on the song, so it's really cool.
I love Adam Sandler. I would have married him.
nicest guy.
I didn't come up with him, so I would have married him.
I
He's
knew Adam
so
Sandler when he first started,
adorable.
and he was like, in the very beginning, you know, he was so like, hey, like all nervous and jumpy, and I'm like, well, what is this guy? And like, people fucking loved him, even when he was just like all. I told this before, but he used to do this bit with he'd wear white sweatpants on stage, and he'd go up and he'd do his opening joke. He goes, I'd like to do my impression. I can't do his voice of Baryshnikov, ladies and gentlemen, Baryshnikov. He'd turn around so the back was to the audience, and he'd yank his white sweatpants up, and he'd turn around and you could see the outline of his dick and balls. It was so fucking funny. It was the stupidest joke.
It's funny,
and
though.
all men loved him. I mean, girls wanted to like bang him, but like guys were like, he's the
So
funniest
cute.
guy ever. Like he's so funny.
Yeah,
you know what?
he's great.
He's so loyal to his friends.
Yeah.
So loyal.
And he's
I
a great
love that.
family man too. He's
is?
great. Oh yeah, he loves Jackie and he loves his wife and kids and he's great to his friends.
What does he have? Like 2 kids now or what?
Yeah, I think, or maybe 3. I'm not sure, but I think 2 definitely.
We had 2, I thought.
What
Yeah.
about okay? So Norm Macdonald. Now Norm Macdonald, I heard the story about you and the thing.
What happened?
This is the weirdest story. So wait a minute.
We
You
got
tell
a lot
the
of Norm.
story. You're
I toured
opening
with
for him.
Norm,
Yeah, you were
yeah.
opening for him, and he brings you back. You open for him. He brings you back on stage. It's like the weirdest
It
fucking
was a
story.
weird night with Norm. We were in Canada somewhere.
Is he drinking or is he just
no,
a weird guy?
he's never drank a thing in
Okay.
his life. No,
Okay.
he just doesn't drink. But the audience was going, bring Farley out, because it was the end of the show. And so they were going, bring Farley out. So Norm says, Kevin, come on out on stage. So I came out on stage, and then some guy goes, wrestle. You 2 guys wrestle. Yeah. And I go, anyway, come on. Thanks. Good night. Well, I'm saying good night. And all of a sudden, Norm comes out of nowhere
And tackled
and
you?
just tackles me on the stage. And I don't have a great temper, you know. I'm like, I get pissed. And
I would be
it was
pissed.
such a
It hurt.
blindside. Oh, yeah, it hurt. And it blindsided me. And I got up and I go, you're
dead. Dead.
And we just started wrestling him, and I picked him up, and I
Did you beat him? You
down.
beat his ass?
Yes,
I
slammed
didn't
him
beat his
down.
ass, but I mean, you can see it on YouTube. It's on.
Oh,
YouTube.
it's on YouTube. Oh, I
Oh,
gotta
I'm
look it
gonna
up.
look
Was
it
Yeah,
he,
you just say Kevin Farley wrestles Norm Macdonald. I mean, it sort of ended like right afterwards. and
was
then
he mad at you? Did you guys stay
I was
friends?
mad at
after?
him. I go after stage. I go, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You
that must
pulled your back out.
But he was laughing. He thought it was funny, and it was funny. But I wasn't prepared to wrestle that night.
And you had glasses on? You had your glasses on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you would have known beforehand.
I just don't like wrestling. There's a certain point of it. You know, in
It's
my
also
40s,
a little gay. Let's be honest. Right?
Well,
You're rolling around with a
I
guy.
just, you know, at my 40s and 50s, I just don't want to wrestle.
Get on the
anymore.
floor.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was funny. It was a funny thing, and he was laughing, and I didn't think he was going to wrestle really. But.
He's a kooky guy. Is he odd or he's an okay guy?
No, I like Norm.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's one of the best comedians out there. But,
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was the best news guy on Saturday Night Live.
No, I think Norm's got his own thing. You know, he's got in the way he tells jokes, the way he crafts jokes.
I'll tell you the other show
It's
I
the
liked.
same.
That sports show he did. You remember that sports show? That was. I think Kevin Brennan
Yeah.
worked on that.
Yeah.
Kevin Brennan tells this story about him saying, "Oh, you want to come up to my place, and Kevin Brennan's like, why is he asking me up to his place? This is weird. And Kevin's like, I feel like I have to because I write for him. And he goes up there, and like Norm's like reading him from a book or something. He goes, I can't tell if he's punking me or if he's why he's reading to me. And he goes, or is he hitting on me? He goes, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go now. Okay, see you. I don't know. It's just like the weirdest story with Norm.
But Norm
he's
is
kooky.
not. Yeah, he's kooky. He's kooky.
He's a
There's
kooky
no
guy,
doubt.
but he's
But
really.
he is just, in my opinion, one of the best comedians of all time. I love him. He's great.
He said your brother was the funniest one on Saturday Night Live was your brother.
Yeah, I think so. I think Chris was funny off stage as well as on.
Yeah.
So that you don't find that. I mean, you find a lot of guys that are funny on stage, but they're not off stage.
I agree. Well, I remember it would be so disappointing. I mean, when I would see like someone who I thought was really funny, and then you see them being interviewed, and they could be so well. I mean. I remember when I used to when I started like a million years ago when I was in college or whatever. I didn't start then, but I mean, I liked watching comedy and I liked Steve Martin. But then sometimes you'd see him in an interview, he's being all serious and
he's a pretty serious guy.
Yeah, and I was like so disappointed. But then your
Yeah.
brother, whenever he's being like interviewed, he just does the with the hair in his hands.
yeah,
And, he
he's
goes,
nervous.
"Oh, that was bad." Like he'll do a joke that doesn't fall flat on Letterman, and he goes, "Oh, that was bad. I don't know why I did that. That was bad." But it's so like in the moment and so funny. And Letterman is like literally
Letterman
laughing
loved Chris.
hard. Like
Yeah.
Letterman could be snarky and mean and
Yeah.
and fake laugh, fake
Yeah.
laugh. But you could tell he like really loved him.
He loved Chris. I think Chris him got along really well. Yeah.
Also, the what do you call it? The cartwheels and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
He
funny.
would
It's
always
very
enter. He
physical.
would always enter the Letterman show doing something like that, either cartwheeling. One time he picked up a guy in the audience and threw him in the trash bin. I thought that was the best.
That was
entrance.
hilarious. But now that
That
guy,
was the best entrance I've ever seen.
that was
in
a
anything.
setup, though, right? Correct.
Sure, I mean, you're gonna get sued if you do that. But it just looked funny because he picked up a random guy, and the guy's like, "Hey, wait a minute, what's going on?" And he picks him up over his head and he throws him in a trash bin.
He picks him up like a bitch. It's like a girl, and he's like his little dangling. And
he
you just
threw
see
him
his
in the
feet
trash
sticking
bin.
out of the thing.
It was funny. That was his best entrance on Letterman. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
You don't really get too physical in your stand-up.
No,
you,
not
you,
anymore.
You do yell a little bit. Like I saw. I saw
Yeah,
a couple-
I'll get a little physical, but as you get older, you're like, well,
I could hurt my hip.
Yeah, why?
No
I can
thanks.
break my back.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too crazy up there.
You know
Especially if you got to do like 45 minutes. I'm like, I'm not going to
Oh yeah, you'd be out of breath and everything.
Yeah,
you sweat through
God,
your shirt.
no, I can't do that.
You know what bit I think is
Can't do that.
so funny. You do the bit. Oh wait, now I'm like, oh yeah, the bit about you. About your father, and he's coaching. You go, I'm from
Oh,
a
yeah.
fat family, and you go, this
Yeah.
is how he coaches all the fat people in my family before we go into the buffet.
Yeah.
That-
He had a lot of rules for buffets, you know, and like I would come back with some salad. He'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's salad. I just think I'm gonna, try to lose some weight." And he's like, "What? Get back out there." Back for the roast beef. Come back with some roast beef. Come back with some desserts. Come
I'm
back with a
paying for this.
salad.
Get out.
What are you doing? We'd be like, "That's just $39.95. Come on."
And no waters, no.
And no water. Yeah, don't drink
Drink
water.
as much soda as you can.
If you were drinking too much water, you'd be like, "Hey, you use too much water.
Filling-
You're using too much water. Don't fill up on that. It's a waste.
That's hilarious.
It's a waste." He'd be mad. Yeah, and he had all these rules.
You were all heavy? All the brothers
Pretty
heavy?
much, yeah.
Not the sister.
No, actually, you got a skinny brother, John. Maybe you got the mailman on that one, but he's skinny.
Ah.
I don't know.
He's skinny.
Yeah.
John the actor, John.
My little brother
Oh, yeah.
is skinny. I don't know how he got skinny, but he did.
He doesn't eat as much.
Was your mom chubby?
Pretty simple, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your mom chubby?
No, actually,
She was
mom's
skinny, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
but-
that's where she got it from.
Yeah, he's after mom, and then the rest of us are dad. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll lose weight. One
It
of these
sucks,
days.
man. Being
It stinks.
Fucking
I hate
sucks. I'm 175 pounds. That's like a guy. I've dated guys that way. How much do you fucking weigh, Ken?
Well, I'm
no,
not
not
gonna
you.
say that.
How much do you weigh, Adam? Because Adam's a skinny
Adam's
little bitch.
skinny. He's good.
No, I weigh. Well, I'm not sure if this is going to make you feel better or worse because we weigh about the same.
I makes me feel worse.
But I'm not
See
that
what I'm
big. But
saying?
I'm not that big though.
No, you're not. But why
I'm
should
just
I be a
solid.
guy's fucking weight?
It's not
Because
that
your
much.
boobs and an ass.
175 is
Your
not that
boobs
much.
weigh like 20 pounds.
Really? So if we were to get married, who would carry who over the threshold? Me or you? Like it depends
Well,
on
I'm
what you're
I'm a-
weighing in on that morning.
I'm traditional, so I would carry you.
You would try.
Yeah.
You would try.
Yes, I'm a gentleman.
I was always very thin and very muscle and very hot, and I don't know when this fucking happened.
Cat,
You
yes.
look good. You look fine.
I will back her up. Yes. The 6-pack.
How
All
much
the
she
boys
weigh?
trying to bang her.
She looks hot.
She is. She looks great.
What do you weigh?
No, you don't ask a woman.
You
how
would never
much-
tell her?
Why would you ever ask a girl that question?
You can't ask her that.
Who would ever ask a girl that question?
dare
Because
you?
Carrie just told
I
us
don't
what-
care. I don't
'cause
give a
Carrie
shit
doesn't give
anymore.
I don't give a shit either. 131.
Oh, fuck you.
131's fine.
Fuck you, Patty.
Yeah, but you know what it is with me? Skinny legs, fat around the middle. Okay, no tits, and then back fat. That's
you,
me.
Yeah, you
That's
would
the
never
thing.
guess how much I weigh. I bet you'd never guess. It's 200 and
240.
No.
How tall are you?
5'10".
Okay, wait a minute.
Quiet.
Wait
You're
a minute.
5'10"?
240.
5'9.5".
Okay, wait a
Oh,
minute.
So you're a little.
250. 250.
No, 270.
Oh,
No, you don't look it.
Okay,
But I
you don't look
carry
that.
it well.
You
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
You don't
You're
look it.
broad. You get the broad shoulders.
Broad shoulders, which are terrible
You
now.
really don't look 270.
Yeah, I know. I carry it well, but I'm 270. Yeah.
But you know what the problem is too? You feel horrible when you're this weight because little things like your back will go out easier, right? Don't you feel like, just
Yeah,
putting
it's
on
terrible.
my socks, I'm like this
I can't get socks on.
stomach.
What do you mean
It's
you can't
in my
get socks
way.
No,
on?
I need like 3 guys to put the socks on. She'll help me sometimes. I don't know. It's terrible. Can't do it.
Me too. I
Well,
can't
you'll
do it.
help
I'm
with
like,
the socks on?
either
No.
I'm not flexible anymore.
No, socks are the most
I can't
difficult.
get my
Why don't-
socks
I
on.
wish you would invent something other than socks. Because I think I can't
No,
do it.
or a machine to put them on.
They
Something like
actually
that.
have a thing in because my mother just died, but my mother had a thing because she had, she was in a wheelchair. She couldn't move her. But they have this thing that's like a plastic thing that you could get and it goes on and you put your socks on
Nice.
and your shoes on so you don't have to bend over.
Where do you get those?
You know what?
I'm all for not bending over.
I got to find out it was in Bed Bath and Beyond or one of those things. It's for
I've never heard of
look up
this.
someone in a look up wheelchair supplies.
Well, that's not great. I mean, what?
and
I'm
then
not
you-
going that route. No.
and then
It's
you,
for people in wheelchairs.
Yes, my mother was 96.
And when I buy it, the guy's gonna go, "Hey, this is for people in wheelchairs.
Who need
You're
it?"
just fat."
well, you can.
Yeah,
No,
no.
you can't.
Yeah, no.
No, but you know what you can get?
No, I'm
I
not
was gonna-
giving up the ship for
No,
that.
no, I'm going to tell you the other thing you get if you don't want to go there.
Yeah.
They have
He's got his
shoehorn.
pride, all right?
Yeah.
He's got his
Shoehorns.
pride.
Right?
You can get a shoehorn, the long plastic ones. You can get that
Yeah.
at Bed Bath & Beyond.
You'll never get a sock on with a
3
shoehorn.
feet
Never,
long.
never.
3 feet long. You put the sock in the shoehorn. You hook it on your toe.
No, I don't
and
buy
you yank it up.
You'll never. No.
I'll never do it because you told me about the wheelchair thing. No, I'm not giving up the ship like that and then do that. No, I can't
I'm not
do
going
that.
down like that. I'm not going down.
Just because I'm fat.
Just you know what?
Oh.
Just have someone else do it.
I know, that's right. Yeah, Michelle.
You can pay people. Are you this
Doesn't
rich?
mind.
Are you rich? You
No,
too?
God, no.
He's a comic.
I know.
No, but he's in a TV show. He's on Netflix.
No, yeah, nowadays, you don't get anything.
I looked up what you're worth. Should I say?
Yeah, go ahead. What
Okay,
did it
let's
say?
They never. Those things are not.
Tell us
right.
every
Those are
time we
not
do-
Is there
accurate.
something online that says
Yes.
what I'm worth?
Yeah,
Yes,
David
I look
Tell-
up everybody who comes out. David
it
Tell.
says $9 million for David Tell. And he's like, no way, I'm not worth that.
He
He's
goes, not
worth
even
it.
half that, he
Oh,
said.
I don't know if. Well,
Well, that's what he said. Okay, let's see what
Yeah.
you're worth. Let me see what it
Oh,
says.
it's going to be pathetic.
I gotta
500,000,
I'm
half
That's
a mil.
crazy. No.
That's high or low?
Hi.
That's
yeah.
high?
Yeah, I'm not.
But you're on a
talking about
TV
that.
show, which shouldn't, maybe fucking Bill Burr should be paying you more.
That's right.
You want me to
that's
give him a
right.
call?
Yeah, will you? That'd
He
be
doesn't
great.
like me,
That'd be
but
great.
anyway, okay.
I would.
Well, 500,000. Does that include if like you own a house?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know where they get that number. I don't know.
I think
no
they
idea.
make shit up. I think people just put stuff
Some
in. Like with
asshole.
Wikipedia, they just make shit
Well,
up or whatever.
they look at like contracts and jobs that you've had, anything that's public record, and then they tally that all up. So if you have a a contract for a couple 100,000 or something, they add that to.
I see.
It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean you have that cash
They're
on
not-
you. which
They're not
is-
taking into consideration.
right,
canceled
right,
shows.
right. Exactly.
The big problem is canceled show.
Do you get nervous when a show's over, or are you okay? Are you like, holy
You
shit?
can usually smell the rotting meat, when you're going on set. You can sort of smell.
When it's
got
going down?
It's got a taste of desperation in the air. The director's falling asleep at the chair, and all the actors are worried and smoking, and yeah. So
But
then
you always know you're going to get another thing, right? Are you worried
No,
ever?
I don't know. No, as I get older, it's not that I don't worry. I don't really care as much.
About
sort
what?
of just
You live
don't
in New
care.
York City?
Yeah, I moved here a year ago. So I was in L.A. for like 20 years. And
Did
then,
you liked it there?
I liked L.A., but it ran its course, and it's just time for me to move. And stand-up's more out here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you never get any stage time out there.
No, and it's different. The stand-up's different. So
What's different about it?
It's hard to get stage time, and it's also just
Set up punchline
Boring
for TV.
stories in L.A. Boring
Yeah,
stories in L.A.
yeah.
I watch the comedians in L.A. and I'm not talking about like. I would just. It's a different style of comedy.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like here it's like set up punch. It's like a boxing match.
They're just better comedians.
Yeah, and over there it's like a longer story and then possibly a punchline.
You know why? Because the
It's like
audience,
the
I
LA
think,
vibe.
are nicer. So they'll go, they'll sit there while you're doing it. I feel like if you go to Long Island and you're not funny, they'll be like, next. You know what I mean? Like they're
You
done.
can't- Go to the Bronx and try not being funny.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I've done some Bronx shows.
But I don't think that L.A. people are nice, but they're not nice people. They're just they're only
They're polite.
Well,
as an audience.
yeah, but they're not thinking you're great. They're stabbing you in the back, and they'll go outside and tell you you're terrible to everybody else. It's not.
Did you have that happen?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, L.A. is a weird thing because it's all about the business. I mean, people are doing stand-up to get on a show, and so there's a that underlying current.
It's not for the love of the game.
No, in here it's more
The
pure,
love of it.
pure stand-up and pure love of the game. Exactly.
I love it.
I love it too.
Much better. Much better.
I
much
never
better.
was really successful monetarily, but I don't give a shit. I don't know. I think, I'm going to stop and blah, 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 and I'm old and I'm going to do. And then I'm like, fuck that. Why
I
am
can't
I
stop.
just like
When
it.
I'm in a comedy club, I'm like, let me just get up there for. I always
Yeah.
have to get on.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it 30 years. So
I've been doing it for 12. Well, not 12, since 2012.
So wait a minute. You
That
didn't
was more
start.
or less-
You
no.
didn't start when you. So you did
so
Second
you
City.
knew, and
I
you're
was at
very
Second
good.
City and doing improv.
Doing
I was
improv,
doing
and
improv
acting
Olympic
stuff.
and all that.
So you started with your brother in Second
At
City.
Second City,
At
yeah.
the same time, or he led the way and then you went in. Or-
I was selling asphalt, and he was doing the
Oh
comedy down in Chicago. And I thought, well, that's a lot better.
Fuck asphalt.
Fucking asphalt, right? So I went down there and did that, and then I toured with the Second City, doing colleges and that kind
Oh,
of
your
thing.
brother was touring too, so you all toured together?
No, he was on SNL by then.
Oh, he was.
he-
Yeah, he
moved on.
hit it. He hit it.
He hit it big.
And he was so. I loved him so.
Yeah, it was great on SNL, and
Oh my God, the strip. What's it called? The Chippendales. I mean,
Chippendales.
there were classics, just
Big
classics.
guy in a little suit.
Big guy in a little
Yeah,
jacket. Oh
yeah,
God,
yeah.
and he would. It would be David Spade's jacket, right?
yeah, that's how they did that. Yeah, they were
You know,
used to do that off stage. And
When
then-
all those guys went, when like the Belushi, your brother, these guys were like untouched. Like they were like, oh my God, it was such a tragedy and a loss. John
Yeah.
Candy.
Oh, John Candy
These
was awesome.
guys had enormous
love John
talent, and
Candy.
they all went way too soon.
way too soon.
You
yeah.
know the other thing that I feel about John Candy and also about your brother, they had like this vulnerability. Like there was something very vulnerable
Yeah, oh,
about
yeah.
them. Like he'd be doing this crazy stuff, and then he'd just have that look. It
Yeah.
was so
Genuine.
like a vulnerable.
Yes.
Like I hope
Candy
you
and
liked
Chris
it. I
had
hope you
that,
liked
right.
me. I hope I
Yeah.
did good. And you love them for it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
they
It's
don't
like,
have that. I don't see that these days as much.
Yeah, no. Now it's more like tough and.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like now you got to be too cool for the room.
Uh-huh.
A lot of comics that there is a whole group of comics that are very like too cool and insult the audience, and
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah, yeah.
different vibe,
Which
and
seems
it's not
more
as silly.
insecure than.
I think
even
it's
going
way
up
more
there.
insecure. I just watched Penn Jillette, is that his name? He did this thing, this show that was just on TV, and he was talking about this old magician, and they were doing this bit together. And he said, some people might look at this bit and think it's corny or it's this or it's that, and that magic today is more slick. He goes, but when you make yourself vulnerable, he said, that's the way more scary way to be on stage
Sure.
than the cool guy who's being slick
Absolutely.
and covering for himself and all that kind of stuff.
100%. You don't see it much.
I can't remember the name of that show, but it just was a really good show.
Yeah.
But you did now. Was the documentary on your brother? You did that?
I
Or-
produced that. Yeah.
that was a great documentary.
Yeah, thanks.
It really, really. What made you decide you want to do that?
Well, I just thought at the time there was a lot of things said about him that I didn't really like, a lot of the drugs and that. And I wanted to set the record straight on the people that worked with him and knew him the best, because a lot of people, I'd see a lot of these put together documentaries about him that were kind of just false, and they were only focusing
because they're
on
guessing. Like they were guessing.
Yeah, and
so
they
did
didn't
he
know
not
him,
do drugs? You mean? He
Well,
didn't do-
yeah, I mean he died of drug overdose. So
Right.
he had a problem with that, but it wasn't his essence. It wasn't who he was. And
Right.
It wasn't what he was all about.
Yeah, you
So,
wanted to be remembered for
for
something
other
other
things. I
than
just
your
thought
death.
he had a bad PR thing going there for a while, and it was my attempt to sort of set the record straight on just the people that knew him, people that worked with him, people that understood him, who he was. And, that his comedy was coming from that angle, and it wasn't coming from some other, like, I guess, fucked up way. He was a real great comedian. So I just wanted to set the record straight and talk to people that really knew him and worked with him.
It was really, and all those guys loved him, and
They
Mike
loved him,
Myers and all
Yeah.
those guys were like,
They were happy to do it. So that's why they also felt the need to set the record straight
Right.
on a lot of that stuff, too. Yeah.
yeah. I know this is but how did it change you when you lose your brother? Is it just like you see life differently? You're like, fuck it, I've got nothing to, how
Well,
does
I
it-
don't know. Have you ever lost somebody that's close
my
to you?
grandmother, but not like someone
What?
close
Your
to
mother
her.
wasn't close.
Oh
to
yeah,
you?
my mother.
Holy
just
shit.
Forgot about that
This
one.
girl.
Forgot about
This
my
girl is.
I just lost. Wow, that's very
Oh,
telling.
yeah, my mom. Oh, yeah, my mom. That's right.
My mom.
I forgot about my mother.
Yeah, my grandmother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot about
fine.
my own mother.
No,
yeah.
not like a sibling. No. So
Yeah.
that would freak me out.
Yeah, it's we
Freak
were
me
close. He and I were about a year, almost a year,
Yeah,
apart,
so
like
you-
Irish twins kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
Grew up
yeah.
together.
Yeah, it was very difficult.
So like twins.
You never get over it.
No,
but
you
know,
can't.
you just life goes around. Like somebody was describing it was you, where your life goes around the tragedy that happens, and then that's how you deal. Time doesn't make it better, but you fill in the memories. Like your life goes on after the tragic event, and that's how it becomes a little bit easier to deal with. But you still never get rid of that tragedy.
Yeah.
That inner hurt.
I believe in the afterlife. She doesn't. She doesn't believe in God. She's
No,
Right.
not necessarily. I believe in. My father had ghosts come to him, so I think I believe in that.
Yeah.
Well,
I do. I may not
I
believe,
believe
in.
that his soul is around you guys.
Sure.
I
I believe in that. And
You
I
do?
Think, sure. Oh yeah. I
you,
think.
you're going to see him. You think? Like, do you feel
Oh
like
yeah.
that?
At
You
at
do.
the end? Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah.
See, religious people. I think that's the thing about me not being religious. I think when you're religious, it's so much easier because you're like, well, it's all going to be fine.
Yeah, well.
And it'll come out in the wash.
Yeah.
And
And
everything's
if it's
good.
not, you won't know. So,
Yeah, I know, and
Yeah.
then that's true.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a smarter thing to just go with the
I
religion.
just couldn't. I don't understand like going through life without that because it would be scarier to me to be thinking I'm just going to be a bunch of dirt and
Well,
earth.
I don't
food
say I'm going to be a bunch
or
of dirt.
worm food. Or
I don't know
whatever.
what I'm going to be. Like I'm going to see what
Who knows?
happens.
We
when
all don't know, but I mean, it's
well, you're
nice
not
for
going to
them.
be a bride.
Wow, you are so
Wow.
hurtful.
You
Woo!
two ladies go at it. My God.
We are twats. See,
Well,
it's true.
yeah. Well, you're not gonna be a bride. Damn.
I like.
I'm sorry.
I like
She
everyone.
forgot her mother. That was worse.
Right.
I forgot my mother tongue.
Here's one thing you're not gonna be a bride.
Can I just say?
Fuck.
Can I just say? Everybody who does your voice does it
Yeah.
exactly the
Right.
same.
Like
Is that
a
what
man,
I
yeah.
sound like?
No.
Yes,
yeah,
it is
that's
exactly.
No,
what you
everybody
Here's
does it.
one thing you're not gonna be the bride. You ain't even gonna be a bride.
I think I am.
You don't sound like that.
I think I'm getting married.
I'll do an impression of both you guys. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Here's you. That's perfectly you. That's definitely on you. And here's you.
You're not gonna be a bride.
Perfect
Wow,
impression.
that is fucking embarrassing.
that is funny.
We were like two hags. What the fuck
Hags.
was that?
Ah,
We're
I just-
hags.
Aged hags or aged hags.
No, I'm just.
All right, let's see if I have any other questions.
Brian Plato said something about.
Oh, he's back. Hi,
he's
Brian
worth,
Plato.
He's worth millions, but on paper, his paper wallet is worth nothing. Or
What?
Wait, what is he
Who,
saying?
me?
he said, no.
He's talking about
He's
himself.
talking about himself. He said he's worth millions. My wallet and my bank account are empty. And my mom says I'm priceless. All right.
That's pretty funny. My mom says I'm priceless.
Wait, I have to ask a question. When I was watching, I just watched last night. I had watched the documentary before when it first came out, and then I was watching the clips last night. Some of the clips. Now, your brother had a very sexy girlfriend, like the girl from
Kitty
Tommy
Cat.
Boy. What do you call her?
Called her Kitty Cat.
Why
She
you call
called
her-
him Bear.
And she seemed like she was crazy about him. Was she with
Yeah.
him through till the end?
Yeah, they had an up and down relationship, that kind of thing. But her name was Lori
Lori
Bagley. Lori Bagley.
Bagley?
I think. Oh, I'm
Whoa! There goes
Oh.
sorry.
Was that? Did you just spill soup on our guest?
No, it was the chopsticks. They went flying.
Oh.
Because I didn't eat, and I did Kevin Brennan's podcast first, so I was starving. But I think when you're successful, like your brother, it's harder to be in a relationship when you're being pulled all over.
Yeah, it got weird. Yeah.
Right? You're
Yeah.
getting pulled all over. Like right now, my husband knows I'm at the Strip, and then I'll do Governors this weekend. So he, but if I had to fly to L.A., I had to fly to London, I had to fly here,
Yeah.
it's a little harder.
It's
on the
hard.
relationship.
It's always, and people in show business, they don't survive. There's a reason they don't. It's because it's a difficult job, and it's hard. So a lot of relationships don't make it. So it's
Yeah, and
it's
plus
difficult.
there's women throwing themselves at you
That's
all
not
the
good.
time.
No, not me, but
No,
Come
but
on.
I know Ray Romano.
she doesn't like that, right? She
No,
doesn't like
Ray
that
Ro-
aspect of the whole
Oh,
thing.
that
No,
girls.
because these girls are.
Chuckle fuckers.
Yeah, she calls.
I
them
love that you
chuckle
call them chuckle fuckers. Wait a minute. Tell me about the
Losers.
chuckle fuckers. What are they?
Losers.
They
chuckle
want the. They
fuckers.
want the.
They don't care. They don't care about him. They just don't.
They want the
make
money.
They want to
comment.
tell their friends the story.
Well, the money they think he has, or his brother, or his act, or all comics. They're
Do
all
you
over
see them go up to him after the show?
All my comedian friends have that. All the
Really?
male comedian friends have it. It's disgusting, actually.
It really. I know.
It's
I used to
embarrassing
hang out
for
at the.
them.
I was at the Comedy Cell every night for 10 years.
And
but
they're not
You
attractive,
had to see what
really.
these girls would do.
Who, the girls?
No.
But right, so Ray Romano told me because he became a superstar, and then I see him in. I was working close by, and I went to see him.
He loves his wife.
Well, this is what he told me. He goes, I go, you have bodyguards. He goes, let me tell you something. He goes, I have to have a therapist because it's crazy how these people are coming out of nowhere on top
Who,
of you.
girls?
Girls, people
Yeah.
in general, everybody, they want a piece of you.
Yeah.
And he has to stay sane. So, but he's a great guy. I mean, he loves his wife, and he's a family man. And
And he was with her from like high school or something crazy.
right,
Yeah.
he still has to take out the garbage.
Yeah. He's like one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Chuckle fuckers.
I like that.
I do too.
I'm
I
gonna
never
use
heard
that
of that
now.
before.
Yeah.
Chuckle fucker.
So are you trusting when he goes on the road or whatever? You don't care.
I don't. I mean, it's you kind of have to just sort of check out from it because it's just a reality that goes on.
But you know what I like about him? He's religious, so he has a conscience that, he doesn't seem to me like a scuzzy guy, like a
No,
scuzzy.
well, I wouldn't be with someone that's
Yeah.
like that. No.
So
Yeah.
like I trust my husband,
Yeah. No,
And
it's
besides,
just
I know women
they
don't like
They don't
bears.
have any scruples. The women.
No, I know.
No, they don't.
And here's the problem. Here's the way I always feel about those kind of women. I feel like men. Okay, this is what I think. Like I feel like men have a harder time controlling their sexual urges than women. Maybe that's wrong.
Yeah, they do.
But I feel like men, once they get a hard on, my grandmother used to say, my Irish grandmother said, a stiff prick has no conscience. Okay, she told me that in her kitchen when she was like fucking 90, and I'm like, what?
Maybe
Grandma?
that's why you just remembered her.
A stiff prick.
And she was the one from Ireland, Kathleen Callery. But anyway, but I do feel like it's hard. I think for a girl, girls don't get guys coming up to us that much after a show. No guys are trying to fuck us after, even when we
You
were
guys don't have
younger.
male versions of that.
No.
Maybe Carrie
well,
did.
I did have one guy one night just recently go because I talk about I gained weight, I'm married, and blah, and he goes, hey. I'd still fuck. He goes, if you want a young guy, hot guy, I'd fuck you. He
Yeah.
goes. And I'm like, oh, really? Thanks.
Every once in a while, even me, I'll get one, but they're always super drunk and weird.
A lot of the chuckle fuckers are too.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like fucking weird.
Yeah, it's gross. But you know what?
The hard part about it is like I sell DVDs
T-shirts?
after the show,
And then they want to hang out with
and
you.
they all got cameras and they all want to take pictures, and yeah, it gets a little weird at the end. But
And then they're like, "Oh, you want a drink? I
But
have some Coke."
that's the price.
Ugh.
But that's the price of fame. You lose you can't go anywhere. People are like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I remember hanging out with James Caan one night. And
James Caan, what are you dropping names here at this podcast,
yeah.
Gary?
No, this is a true story, and this is what made
I
me
don't even
think.
know this, James Caan.
Well, it's a long story, but anyway, I was at a dinner with him and his wife, and every person that came up to him during the dinner, he stopped and took a picture. So I go to
Yeah.
him. This was like 30 times in an hour.
Oh,
and I go to him,
wow.
don't you? He goes, let me tell you something. He goes, those are the people that made me. So I have to.
That's right. And I think are you guys on social media? Because that's another real stickler thing where.
I kind of can't stand social media. I mean, I do it,
But do you think it's necessary for, say, a comic to be on social media?
I don't know. I'm not on it enough. I'll tell you that.
have to
Carrie
be
does a
on it.
lot.
You have to be on it.
You have to be on it.
Yeah.
Are you on it a lot?
Firmly disagree. I don't think you need every form of it. Twitter, Instagram.
You
well,
don't
I
think
have
so?
somebody else doing those.
Oh, hold
I
your-
just
hold
do
the
my
mic.
Facebook. I have somebody else doing
Wait,
them.
why don't you think comics need that, Michelle?
I think that Instagram's really like a dating site.
Oh, you do?
I do.
It
Yeah.
is?
He agrees.
You do,
Yeah.
Adam?
It is.
Because the girls are all in their underpants.
Is that
It's
why
a
Kevin
dating
Brennan's on it all the time?
Probably.
It's ridiculous.
He's probably
It's a
looking at sexy
ridiculous one.
girls.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
I-
young
Not all
people's game.
necessary. There's huge people that don't have it.
I'm
huge
on
people that do
Facebook.
have it. It's like
I'm on Facebook.
What do you think?
he agrees with me.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think
It's
a
a lot.
comic needs to be on social media?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's up to the individual, and also their kind
I
of what
think if you-
what their brand is. I mean, obviously, people that are huge don't need to be, but I
Yeah.
think that's a
Right.
that's
Like
a
the
small
president.
percentage. Yeah, it's a small
don't even
percentage of
mention it.
He
people
doesn't
that
have to be on it.
absolutely don't need to be. But then I think it's kind of up to it's your choice.
Kevin, how much are you on it? Do you tweet every day?
I just have somebody do my tweeting.
I do too.
But,
I do too.
how do they do your tweeting? Isn't it your joke and stuff?
No, I just say be funny, and they're funny, and I'll approve. I'll approve them. You know, she run them by me. and
Well,
then I
David
make
Tell
them
doesn't
funny.
do his own tweets either. He's got somebody. Oh, Chris Rock doesn't do his own tweets.
I have somebody too, but he'll tweet what I tweet on Facebook. I'll do Facebook. I'll say stuff and I'll do videos, and then he'll put them on Twitter and he'll put them on my Instagram. I can't be bothered with all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I
shit,
don't want to
man.
be bothered with
I
it.
can't be bothered either.
15
Then you
years
can't.
old.
My
But
ex-
Instagram is the real hard one because it's got
pictures are easy. Just do a picture of
don't know how to
anything.
do
Who gives
it.
a shit?
But
That's-
it's a sticky one.
Why
it's terrible.
sticky?
Because people can direct message you and all that.
Yeah, slide into your DMs.
I
Yeah.
don't-
You know?
Oh, they.
Yeah.
The chuckle fuckers do it probably.
See, I don't
right?
like people talking to me. It's like I like if like my thing, and then but if they're like I hate the ones that go hi. Like what does that mean?
No,
like hey.
But you're right,
the fuck?
because look at what this guy writes me. He goes, he writes, I think you're really funny. I love you on the Kevin Show. Right then, all of a sudden he goes, also, I'm 21 and I think you're hot as fuck. I would, if I ever make it to New York,
I want to
let's-
meet you.
Let's get drinks. So I read this to my husband. I go, see,
Yeah.
see,
Say,
I still got it.
yeah.
and so then I wrote, thanks.
What's that on your Twitter or what is that?
Yeah, where's
It's
that
on
from?
Twitter. And then
Yeah.
I go, thanks,
Then-
but I'm happily married to an ape.
They all love Carrie's lips. They're like
I don't know
when
what it
I
is.
always see whenever she puts pictures of it underneath. It's always like some guy going, "Those are sexy lips. Those are hot lips. Those are whatever."
But then I got
Julian.
that voice that you just
they
did, so
call it
that
hot
kind of counterbalances.
You like my lips?
They can't hear that on Twitter.
It's true.
You like my lips?
It balances it out. Anyway,
Oh,
we're-
all right. What time are we
He's
been
gotta
in
be
an
out.
hour?
We are at about an hour 10.
And
All
you
right.
got to get out of here. All right. Did I have
we
any
got
other
10. We got
last-
10 minutes.
Did I
Okay,
do
good.
any last minute questions? Hold on.
well, let
You've
me
been
tell
very
you.
thorough tonight. I appreciate
Am I
it.
thorough?
Oh, yeah. You did a little homework.
She
A
does
little. I
a
did.
lot
I
of
want
it.
you to know I stayed up till 4:00 in the morning last night because I got home from my writing class at midnight, and we had gotten you late, and I had to go do that. I literally stayed up because I was watching all your videos. I was watching your brother's video. I am literally sitting there. My
Wow,
fiance
that's
comes
great.
out and he goes to me, "What are you doing? It's 4 in the morning. I had to get up at 8 today." I go, I'm like just sitting there laughing, literally laughing. That bit you do where your father's a coach. Come on, you got to get in there. No
Yeah.
waters, no. And you're like bending down like a coach. That is so fucking funny. People,
Thank
they
you.
should
Yeah.
look that up.
You are. I didn't do any of the homework, but I've seen a lot of your stuff, and I saw you one time live here.
Yeah,
You
I
went
got to
up.
go tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing one
Oh, you
tonight,
going
yeah.
on tonight?
Yeah, at 8:20. Yeah.
Oh wow, you have your own podcast too. What's your podcast? What do
Kevin
you-
Farley on the road.
Kevin, and you just do. Oh, that's a cool
and you do
idea.
it from the road.
Yeah. I do it on the road, talking to different comics on the road that I meet. You know, guys that are from like, I don't know, Texas or Dallas, and I'll talk to those guys for a little while and see how they're doing in their comedy career.
And we
all that
ask
kind
them
of
about like jokes and joke writing
Yeah,
and that
you know,
kind
I
of
ask
stuff.
them, a lot of times they want to move to New York, they want to go to LA, and they want to, but they have a family, and so, yeah, I ask them how they got into comedy, how they started doing it, and that kind of thing. So it's called just Kevin Farley on the road. And I'm talking to my openers, guys that open for me. and that kind
Yeah,
of
that's a
thing.
great idea.
So it's neat. Yeah, it's a good. It's fun to do.
I love that. Okay. All right. Do we have anything else, Carrie, that we got? Wait, I have no. Oh, do you? What's his name? Tommy was telling me, the manager, that at the Christmas party, what was not the Christmas party, at the Adam Sandler thing, that you told a story about Christmas presents. You want to tell it or no?
Oh.
You don't have to. Do you
Oh,
want to?
that's probably, yeah, I want to save it for the act.
Oh,
but
you're saving it for
save
your
it.
act.
That's
okay.
my act. That's pretty much it.
Oh, you don't
Chris
say that?
gave sex toys to everybody one year.
Oh, I wish I would have known him then.
That's funny.
But to your father and your mother and everybody.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, to everybody. He thought it'd be funny, and it
Was
really
it funny? Did
not
they-
at all.
What do you
No,
mean?
no.
Your
Not
father
at
didn't
all.
think it was
Your
funny?
father
No.
hated it, but the mother ran home.
Yeah.
Well, they're religious, so
That's
I guess
right.
People who are religious don't want
That's
dildos.
hilarious.
No, it
That
wasn't-
actually is
wasn't
hilarious.
Great.
Okay, anything you want to promote? So you're going to be here tonight at the comic
Be
store.
here tonight at the Comedy Store or Comedy Strip, Comedy Strip. And then this weekend I'm going to Muskegon, Michigan.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll be in Muskegon, Michigan, and then
Where?
that's
What
pretty
club?
You're coming up in Levittown in Governors, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait for that because I want to try to get on that show with you.
I think is that the one? I can't remember his name.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
James.
yeah.
Yeah, James.
Sure.
I love that club. You're going to love that.
That's a
it's
great
so
club.
fun. The Long Island audiences.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're the best.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And then I think I go to Washington, D.C. The next week after that, and then break for Christmas.
Oh, you're a real
Do
road
you
guy.
travel with
I'm a
him?
road guy. Sometimes she'll go
You
on the
do?
road. Yeah. D.C. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
very
visit
sweet.
the president.
I love to travel with him.
You do?
Fun. Yeah, we always have a good time.
You do?
We sleep a lot. Yeah, we'll draw the curtains and then not be, pretty much all day. She likes to sleep, and I love to sleep.
See,
too.
that's my problem with my fiance. He gets up at 5 in the morning, so I'm like, I don't know if I want
Yeah.
you to come with me because I go to bed at 4.
I'll do that too, but
That's how he is unless we're traveling.
Oh, and then he will go back to bed for you.
Yeah.
He's like a blue hair in regular life. On the road,
He will. Oh, that's good. That's good. He does that for you. That's
Yeah.
very romantic.
Yeah.
All right.
So he loves you.
Sure.
we do love each other.
I want to
That's
see
good.
this progress.
Oh, we want to see you progress too. We want to come to your wedding first,
All right, after
Yeah.
my
and
wedding,
then we'll be at their wedding.
I
Yeah,
will text
yeah.
Michelle and go, game on.
Are you going to get married?
I am. I swear to God, I am.
Yeah, okay.
In the next.
He burned her birth certificate.
No, we can't find it. This is the weird thing. Carrie believes that he burned it, but my birth certificate,
Somehow made its
my
way into
social
the
security
fireplace.
number, and my passport are all missing. They were in a file.
Exactly.
And Carrie.
Interesting.
And my fiance is the one in charge of all the papers, and I'm like, "What do you mean you can't find it?" And he goes, "I don't know.
I
I've
threw it
looked
out."
everywhere." I go, "Just tell me the truth.
Did you
Did
shred
you
it?
like put it somewhere?" He goes, "That is so bad that you would even ask
But
me."
why
that.
would he do that? I don't get
No,
that.
he
He's
went-
avoiding
he says-
the marriage.
No,
Yeah.
in the old days, he used to say when I go, "Let's get married," he'd go, "Oh, it's like we're married." I'm like, "Bitch, we aren't like we're married," So anyway, now we are going to get married, but I would say in the next few months we're gonna. You know what we're gonna
We'll
do?
see. We'll see.
We're good. Maybe if all I have to do is find. What is that noise?
She's been saying this for a year now.
I have been saying that for a year, but now I mean it. I would say a few months.
she means it.
I will let you know. I think Michelle's very cute for you. I do
Thanks.
like her. For
I
you.
love her.
I
Yeah.
love her for you too.
And
And
I
I
love her
like that she's trying
clothes.
to keep the chuckle fuckers away from you
That's
because
right.
that is no good for you.
She wears fur, the real deal.
I love that she wears real fur. Fuck everyone who doesn't think it's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, the real fur keeps that fucking cold air off of you when you're arthritic.
That is
Yeah.
true. She's not arthritic.
I am.
Yeah. Carrie, where are you going to be this weekend? Probably Long Island.
Yeah, I'm at Governor's opening up for Artie Lang.
Artie!
How is Artie?
Say hi to Artie.
You know,
will
Kevin Brennan. Yeah, Kevin Brennan.
know Artie, yeah.
You do
Okay.
know
Say hi.
Artie?
Kevin Brennan thinks that he's not going to show, and then I'm going to be headlining.
You're going to be headlining?
That's
That's
probably
funny.
why they have you opening for him because you could headline. So then they just
There's
bring
a
in.
50-50 chance. you'll
Yeah, I'd say
probably be
50-50
headlining, yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
He's another guy that has a
I
certain
wanna meet him.
vulnerability to him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
Like,
is.
he's.
I never met him, so I really want to meet him.
I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
met him either. I only know him from Howard Stern.
I've known him
and-
for a long time.
You have?
Yeah, I met him years ago.
Was he
He's been
friends with your
battling.
brother and
He's
everything?
been
Did
battling.
No, he wasn't friends with Chris at all, but I've known him for a long time through Dave Spade and through
Oh, yeah?
other people. Yeah.
He's got his battles. So
Sure,
He's
yeah.
trying
Yeah,
to get it
But he's
together.
doing right.
Absolutely.
Good, thank God.
I am going to be at
great.
Governor's this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Friday night, I will be there with my daughter,
The
who's middling
brokerage.
for me.
The
Oh, I
Governor's
said
the
Governor's.
brokerage.
I'm sorry,
It's
brokerage.
the
You're at
brokerage in
Governor's.
Belmar, and I'm
at
gonna-
brokerage in Belmar with my daughter, Molly Kornfeld, who will be meddling for me in Long Island. She's a
Nice.
comic.
Thank you. You can
Thank you,
thank me.
James. Thank you, Carrie, because Carrie really helped that go
That's
down.
great.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
that'll
really
be
cool.
fun. Yeah, to have your
Yeah, yeah.
daughter middle for you. That's awesome.
27. She's funny,
cute.
Carrie, right? She's funny.
Very
Carrie
funny.
Soar.
Very funny.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool.
No, but she is dating a comic,
Uh-oh.
which I told her not to do. But I don't know. That's where you meet. But I love him. Don't get me wrong. He came home for Thanksgiving. I think he's lovely. Very nice guy. We'll see.
We'll see.
Very,
Well, that's cool.
Very nice.
So
Cool.
I don't have my glasses on,
Okay,
so
let's
I can't
see.
read whatever these people say. But we do want to thank all our Patreon people who are giving us money because we really need it. Really need it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Patty has a list of all the people that have been giving us nuts today. Anyway, give us money on patreon.com/2tiredtwats. Anything. $1.
Oh, hey, and there's a new Two Tired Twats Facebook page.
Oh!
So like we had to start a new one. We couldn't change the name. They
Oh, we
wouldn't let
couldn't
us.
change because we went from Chick Chat to Two Tired
Yeah,
Twats.
they apparently, I don't know. There was an issue with the word.
Did
One
you
of
put
the words.
asterisk in the end?
No, I didn't have to censor it, but I
Good,
had to
awesome.
start. They made me start over. I think as a punishment.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
using
for
a
using
naughty
that word.
Yeah,
Kevin, I just want to ask you, when I said our
Tired
podcast
is
was
naughty?
called Two
yeah. I think it was.
when our
tired.
podcast was called Two Tired Twats, did you think, I don't know if I want to do this?
That's what sold me on
It did? Okay, Carrie.
Yes.
Carrie's the one who wanted Two Tired
I think
Twats.
it's a great name.
I
It's
had
a
so
great
many
name.
great names. I had Hot
Yeah.
Flash. I had Steamed Clams.
Steamed clams.
Steamed
That's gross.
Two Tired Twats.
That's like dirty and
I had-
smelly.
Yeah.
I had See You Next Tuesday. I mean, I
Yeah,
had a
that's a
lot
good
of
one.
Now,
them.
Kevin Brennan gave us Two Tired
Two
Twats.
Tired
though.
Twats.
He's
Kevin
the one who
Brennan.
he rebranded us from Chick Chat.
And
he
our
said,
Patreon went up.
He said we haven't been
Great.
chicks for over 20 years. Or maybe that was Brian McCarthy.
They're so
he goes,
mean.
you're just tired twats at this point. Well, you know what's so terrible when you read the comments after it's gone down? I don't know what any of it means. I was
About your birth certificate, something.
wishful thinking is so wonderful. Oh, that must be about my getting married. Holy shit, Carrie. What does that mean? I'm a total fuck machine. David Chaffee. What is he saying?
Who's
that?
David Chaffee?
He wrote our music, our opening music.
Oh.
He's our music guy.
But he's also, he's got his own podcast, right?
Yes, it's called. Why am I going? Now I'm going to go blank on his podcast.
Man Brain.
Yeah, and sometimes it's real Man Brain, and sometimes it's Man Brain podcast. It's very
But
funny.
he's from Australia.
He does characters. Yeah,
He's from Australia.
not backslash. What is
Isn't
that?
he? Isn't he?
He's Australian. He's from down under. The guy, whatever that means.
Anyway, I'm so happy you came.
Yeah,
and
I
did this.
appreciate it,
can't
lady.
believe-
I wanted to meet you.
And
but
on such short notice,
Yeah.
and you're lovely, and I love your girlfriend.
Thank you.
I think you two are very
and
good
I hope
together.
to work with you at Governor's if I'm open that weekend. I'm
Yeah.
going to definitely do it.
I'd love it. That'd be fun. I appreciate you having me on. I
We
really
want
Oh,
to
my
thank
God.
the Comic Strip Live for having us here
Comic
every
Strip
week.
Live.
Next week we'll be here. Did I tell you who we have next week? Should I not say it? I
We don't
won't
know
say-
for sure. Lenny may be coming on. We don't know.
Um,
And also Patreon.
I did that already.
Did she do it?
Yeah, we're good.
Wait, because he
You guys are a well-oiled machine
was there
here.
a slash? He's saying there wasn't a slash.
I'm with it. Jesus. We had
I'm
Judy
senile.
Gold
You
on.
can just say slash. It's just patreon.com/.
Oh, you do love Judy
Two
Gold?
Tired Twats.
She was very funny on our podcast.
She was making fun of her so bad.
Oh, she made fun of my husband got so mad after that podcast. My ex-husband. Ooh, because she was she's friends with him, but she was saying all this stuff, and he got so mad. Anyway, he took
Even
it. You know,
he's married to another
he's
guy.
married to a guy. My ex-husband.
He
Is
got
he?
married.
He
He got married.
He did get married.
We gotta get
So-
married. Everybody's gotta get married.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, 'cause
Anyway.
she's got a 13-year-old. That's why you need to marry her.
Anyway, it's nice.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate me.
So, thank you guys for listening, and
Yeah.
Thanks.
thank you guys for
And
coming.
subscribe
Thank you.
if you want to subscribe. We love you both. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
guys.
Seriously, I thought you were lovely.
Oh, it
really.
was my pleasure.
Mwah,
Have,
cutie.
I have one.
Okay.
That was so much.
Thanks, ladies.
I'm hoping so. We got to get the. I really am marrying him if it's in. Because what we're going to do is because I kept